The track temperature is 87 degrees. The Safety Safari has just done a full massage. And it's kind of an interesting conundrum. The weather's pretty good out there right now. Gonna be easy to make power. And when you've got a cool, tight racetrack, J-Lo, you know what that means. You can't tiptoe. You gotta be aggressive if you want to get down there.
Exactly, let's go.
60.9 degrees. Correction factors 105.5, density altitude 1,855 feet. Water grain is checking in at 45.3. Better weather conditions than yesterday. A cooler track than yesterday. And I guarantee you this, I wouldn't want to be the first one. You want to have a guinea pig go down there. Well, the run order for today is set by what they did yesterday. So the cars that ran well yesterday, like, if your name is Torrance, for instance, you're going to be back at the back of the pack. If your name is Brittany Forrest, Sean Langdon, Antron, you're going to be back at the back of the pack. But the cars that didn't make a clean run yesterday have to run first, which means they either get the first chance to flex their muscles and show off, or they get the chance to show everybody else what's what. Hey, In-N-Out Burger Drag Strip, we've been waiting all day for this. Fire up the first pair. Ron Douglas is literally making last-minute adjustments right now on the R&L carriers machine. He just flipped the hatch closed over the clutch timer box and walked away. R&L. That is a sweet sound. Where's Justin? The Jag Power Regulations. Big boss. Here. They have got customers, distributors, dealers out here. Each play today. Anytime championship battery. Supposed to be a full day. Turned out to be a little less than that. Gang folks may want to put on a show. They've also got folks at Phillips Connect on board. Just a big wave for Phillips. Out here, that's truck and trailer monitoring. Steve Toyota, Justin Ashley yesterday, took the tire off. Only number 15 qualifier. Mike Green, Tommy Delago do not want to go into Sunday. The number 15 qualifier. You want to at least have a clean run under your belt. Josh Hart yesterday also did not get down the racetrack. As I mentioned, that's why these two are the first pair out. Number one qualifier yesterday was Billy Torrance at 374. He's got no chance of still being number one by the time it's his turn to run. It's fast out there. Justin Ashley jumps all the way up to third. Josh Hart goes 539, 109 miles an hour. He saw some serious smoke out of the pipes down there. I'm hoping we can get another look at that up on the Sunoco vision. Watch Justin. So there you go. You can see the silver out. Raw fuel. A nice, clean run for Justin. That's exactly what the Skag team needed. By the way, if you haven't walked back and checked out the Skag display, holy smokes, they got some nice stuff back there. If you're in the lawn care business, or if you got your own lawn that you want to take care of, check out the stuff they've got on display back there. Pretty special. Justin Ashley steps up big. Torrance is still sitting up in the top, and here comes the Mac Tools machine of reigning champion Doug Coletta.
Yes, do it!
Currently 13th. And on the right side is going to be Sean Reed. Sean Reed, who for the first time committed to making the full pull out here. He's raced Top Fuel for a few years on a part-time basis. But he made the investment, like trucks, trailers, equipment. Rob Wendland, that's an investment. Rob Wendland's an investment. And he is out here chasing for the championship. They're just double checking a couple of things down there before we fire the next pair, but I'm telling you, It's fast out there, and it is not time to be shy. Looking at Alan Johnson, who's got the trap door open on the clutch timers over on the Mac Tools machine. And I can pretty much assure you that he's not trying to slow it down, if you know what I'm saying. For years and years, chased that championship.
You need to go home. You'll be feisty.
And last year finally captured it right here in a winner-take-all final round.
And then we'll go. No, they just will one time. Now they're going to go.
Checking things out trackside. Next pair will be fired momentarily.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so. I know my show. She really wanna expect to see me walk out the door. Don't try to break the belly 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking together 'cause we don't know how.
Hey, J-Lo. Hey, y'all. What time's your wake-up call tomorrow? I don't even know. I'll probably be here around 8 o'clock-ish, maybe. We have bumped the start time up tomorrow. I want to let everybody know this while it's quiet. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. will be round 1 at Top Fuel. And that means pre-race, track walk, all that good stuff will take place about.
You know, these fans showed up. A lot of them that are still here, going out to race to stay here and watch this awesome Nitro session. So just happy the sun came out enough for us to come out here and run. And I just have a lot of
supercharger off and still goes 378 at 303 miles an hour. So Doug now moves up to number 5. Car had a cylinder out fairly early going down the racetrack. As a matter of fact, look at the 8th mile speed, only 279 miles an hour. And then it labored on through to the finish line, popping the blower just before it got to the stripe. As a 3-time world champion used to say, the supercharger is askew, as you can see, up there at the top end. They've at least got a baseline they can work with now going into tomorrow to let it jump it up into the quick half of the field. You want to be in the quick half right now, you got to outrun Clay Milliken at 390. But I do not believe that when Billy Torrance fires his car up, he's still going to be the number 1 qualifier. I think a car or 2 or 3 are going to outrun him. And then when Billy comes up, he'll have a chance to take it back. And he'll know exactly where the bar is set because he earned the right.
Stood up before you, only hold glory.
that paid for tickets. Make some noise. All right, how many people would like to come back to this race for free next year? On Hannah. Hannah is going to buy you tickets to come back to this race next year. She is loaded. She's got so much money on the planet. She is going to buy 2 people tickets to this race. Now, here's how you're going to win them. All you got to do is take out your cell phones. You are going to text the word NHRA to 844-776-6472. Text NHRA to 844-776. Welcome all of them. It's great to have you in Pomona, a place where Roland made so many memories and turned so many of us into fans over the years. Here comes Krista Baldwin. Straight 96, 243 miles an hour. She was making a nice run looking at the early numbers. But that thing started pulling them loose down there before it got to the finish line. And Krista, 396, that'll move up. Tony Stewart moves up to number 1.
Yeah, honestly.
More on the racetrack. Let's check in with Fast Jack Beckman.
The 3-piece injector, which they're not supposed to be that. It wasn't a perfect run, but 378, solid improvement, good data for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it was good until we got to the finish line and obviously see what happened, but we got plenty of parts and, you know, just real glad all the fans stuck it out today. It's been just one of those days out here, but finally we're getting some runs in and we'll probably, it's hard to say where we'll end up, but you know, just glad we're going to show for tomorrow.
They've got something to work with now. This place has been magic for Doug Glenn's crew chief, Alan Johnson, over the years. Next pair at the ready line, I'm looking at Jasmine Salinas in her national event debut, and Tony Schumacher. They'll go side by side.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, yes. Who's that?
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got magic in me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me.
Yeah, and he literally blew the lamp up. See, he never had to change another light bulb his whole life. Exactly. But his wife asked him to paint the bathroom one time, and he did such an amazing job. He spent the next 40 years painting every damn room in the house 17 times, every time she had a whim. Exactly. So if I act like a big dumb idiot up here, guess what? They just let me do beep, bong, beep, bong, beep. That's it. I gotta tell you, if you're acting, you should get an Oscar. Thank you. Thanks very much. Acting. Another moment or two, we got the next pair at the ready line. Jasmine Salinas, Tony Schumacher. Ready to go.
Going down.
Telling us something down on the starting line apparently got wet during the rainstorms. We checked everything out. Obviously, before we started, everything was good, but we had an alarm up here in the tower that said that you need to check this, and so that's what they're doing right now. We don't want to end up with any timing issues down there, so instead of firing the next pair, we're going to hold up for a second. Oh, I guess we're ready to go. They told me it was going to be a couple minutes. My bad.
We already were a couple minutes.
Can't believe J-Lo didn't know that. He should have let me know.
Yeah, we're happy with that. The track conditions, the changes, you know, we didn't really know what to expect, but you know, once you saw Tony Stewart make that good run, being that good, it's actually really good. I think we'll see better runs than that. What's low going to be good?
We waited so long.
You don't think we'll see a 60? Have you met David Grubnick? Have you met Richard Hogan? There's a silver rat on Jasmine's car pretty early. You can see it trying to push her over towards the wall. Slammed the throttle bank closed and coasts on down to 403. Coasting 403, 287. Here comes Brittany for us. And Clay Milliken, Brittany with the new look. Go Mark Christopher, Automotive Group. Christopher Chevrolet out in Ontario has been a long-time supporter of JFR. goes 410 at 212 miles an hour. His car was mixing up cylinders, got in trouble out in the middle of the racetrack, and they clicked it off. Brittany, no such troubles. 371, 335 miles an hour. Let's go down to Beckman.
Yeah, Grubby was driving too. Yeah, he used to drive for.
Truly experienced the gamut from the highs to the lows there. You were out of the car for a while, you're back. Now you look like you're back near the top again.
Yeah, we got a great race team, and I knew that with Zippy and John Schaefer. The guys are really, really good tuners. I look forward to working with them, even the years I sat out. And, you know, we knew it was going to take a little time for a learning curve, but looks like they know what they're doing right now, and they're great guys to work with, man. The whole team over there are just awesome guys. Leatherwood Distillery, everyone here from the group, you guys are awesome people. And thank you for getting me back in the car and made her family racing. This is just awesome stuff. And, you know, I got here at 8 o'clock this morning for a TV show. It was a long, long day of waiting.
Qualifying, we are pairing them up here just like they lined up in Gainesville in the semifinals. It's going to be Antron Brown on one side, the Matco dual machine, folks and Hank, FVP battery, Sirius XM satellite radio. That's where that line. And then the right side, Sean Langdon, flying the colors of Coletta Air, and they are hiring. We did this in Gainesville. Sean Langdon got the better of it. Final. Is there as well. Then we're going to run the Capco boys. Father and son. Side by side. 371. Number one right now. And that's Fred. Well, we've got 4 really good hot rods back here. I think somebody's going to go in the 60s. As a general rule, I don't argue with Zippy, but I think somebody's going to go in the 60s. John Langdon, Ryan Houston, that's a crew chief of record. He has been Alan Johnson's right-hand man for the better part of 2 decades. Now he is the guy calling the shots down there on that Red Jim Fieldmaster car. And from 45 years of practice, coming in.
This time.
226 miles an hour. I don't think there's any doubt that they were both going for it. Both of them kind of pulled the tire loose out there. Antron first, 5508 at 128 miles an hour. We'll have the other rematch from the semifinals. It's going to be Capco against Capco, but not before we hear from Jack Beckman.
Brittany, I've been walking the pits all day, dodging the rain. The fans here are amazing, and they waited a long time, and they were waiting for something just like what you did.
It gets adjusted based on track temperature. It's cool out there. And it looked like they were putting a little more air in the tire, looking for a little more bite. Yesterday ran to the top of qualifying with 1 and 2 coming in. Well, Brittany Ford is now the one they're taking. And they're also matching up in a rematch with the fast two safety. Mission Food Challenge. In Gainesville, because Billy, they got the better Steve. Steve took the tire off on the starting line. This will be our final pair with funny cars. Poking their noses underneath the cooler wire sign. Early, and both of them just starting to haze the good years out there, about 300 feet. 409 for Steve, 424 for Billy. Brittany is going to be the number 1 qualifier. Thanks for hanging out, helping out us.
And my fellow Super Cup former world champion. A lot of experience bracket racing. Another race within a race, and you're splitting the money, right?
Yeah, well, usually we're down to 16 split, but I guess now we're down to 2 split. So that's cool just to be in that Mission Foods challenge. You know, it's been fun to race even the final. Unfortunately, weather wouldn't allow it, but you know, I know Brian's been over and Brian's guys have done such a great job this year, giving great race car development. But I saw Brian King's turn. I know he was over that 371 dozen, and we'll put on the race day with a really good race car.
You'll also go on to race day as the point leader, coming in here as a real champion. We'll shuffle out there at the end 20 car time. Do that. Jack Beckman.
Pretty cold.
The other half. I hear Sean Langdon and Steve talking a little banter here. And that run with your dad was more than just qualifying, right? It was elimination run. It sounds like there was some gamesmanship.
Every run with my dad is more than just qualifying. That's bragging rights when you go home and then you work with him every day. Capto and all those guys there, they'll remind you if you won or lost. So it didn't take long to get my revenge back from last week and this week, so we're on top and we'll do the best we can do.
Now she sat down.
Sounded like a throttle stuck. And it went kapop. The hot for teacher machine.
Did it! Damn. Whatever he
Couple of
did, he
years
did it.
and he didn't get a chance to make a run. Today, it sounded for all the world to me like the throttle stuck, and it banged the blower. And he didn't get to make a run. So as grateful as I am to see Alex come back to the racetrack and at least take a swing at it, he unfortunately is going to go home having never been able to stage up and make an attempt. Hey Alex, Phoenix is right down the road. Great, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I sure hope so.
I don't know, something went wrong. Yeah, I think so.
It's great to see him back on track and at least making an attempt, but you know, when you've got a new car, and you know, it's not like you can take one of these things and test a whole lot of different places. They came out here, had a little miscue yesterday, going into the burnout. Well, it looked like another one today, but at least she's going to go home with a car that they will lie. About as much metal flake as you can possibly put in the green paint. Down there for the Reno, Nevada base paint. And John Ford posted Chevrolet. Now, Chris Morrell had a problem yesterday that didn't run out. Both the standards are reversed on what car to do. I like the car to John Ford did make an attempt. He went side by side with Flex and 4:16. Whoa, where's Campbell going? He got way over by the wall down there in the shutdown area. The red light does not count against you in qualifying. The 4:16 will count. Jim Campbell goes to number 5. Jason shook, pedaled, rattled, got way over by the wall. Watch this again on the NHRA.TV replay. Jason puffed the tire, pedaled it, fronted up. He got very close to the concrete, but all is well there. And right here you see, shut the throttle for Jim Campbell, and now he is headed over. Get the ready line ready to go. Chris Morrell just got bumped out, and Chris is down to Beckman.
Something you're never ever going to hear with my friend John Force, the most improved car driver at Pomona, from disqualified to so far the only 3-second run this weekend.
Well, that won't hold. But I tell you what, it's really amazing that the gut aches never go away. That when you're not in the show, you got people like Tom McKern up there waiting to see you, Bolander. I mean, the list goes on and on. You got to do your job. That's really what it's all about. And some new sponsors. What's amazing, how you can be sick all night and go, Force, you've done this for 100 years. What's wrong? But hey, I got to tell you something. That Roland Leon deal, great. You did a great job down there at that Lions Museum. And but to see Perdome, who I love, even though I fight with him, to see him that emotional, I got a whole new.
With Jason Bunker, first year with Cruz Pedregon, a lot of pressure coming into that run. You go into 398.
Yeah, look at pretty good direction spinning down there. Hats off to our guys. Hats off to Cruz right there. He was driving his butt off down there. So thanks to everyone here with Snap on this weekend.
We're going to take another look at that run in just a moment. Right now, we're going to run down and hear from Jack Beckman.
With my friend Jim Campbell, and it's awesome to see crew guys that happy. Not waiting for 16. Work on talking with our hands later. That's chapter 2 with Jim. You guys get to race on Sunday. Best of luck.
So Paul Lee now occupies the bump spot as we watch again on the Mission Drag Racing instant replay. Watch Alexis's car. Right there, she's rattling tires off the throttle. She let it calm down, made sure it was straight, got back on the throttle, cylinders out, and I have a feeling at this point she probably figured I'm not going to make the show. But it did go down there at 5.47 seconds. For the moment, that's number 15. That's not locked in. But she's got a better chance right now than she did 2 minutes ago. Right now, she's in unless somebody can take it away from her. To somebody. for the Moon Dodge. Alexis is now on the bump spot. Paul Lee just got bumped out. And here's the situation. Steven Densham has already run, came up short. Chris Burrell has already run, came up short. Jason Rupert has already run, came up short. Paul Lee is at the ready line. If he gets in, he will race. Alexis will not. If Paul Lee does not get in, Alexis DeJoria will be locked in the field, albeit in the number 16 spot. Well, you know what? You can win from the number 16 spot. You can't win from the number 17 spot. Paul Lee has his destiny in his own hands. The McLeod Clutches car goes better than 5.477. He races on Sunday. He's going to go side by side with Ron Capps. Might be the first time in the history of Pomona that Ron Capps was on one side of the racetrack. The only car that everybody's focusing on is Paul Lee. Can he get in or not? Because Ron Capps is locked, no matter what happens. Pushing one off the top end of the racetrack. Funny car drama continues next.
Check it, let's begin. Party on party. I the lights, band on, light on the stage, and watch me jump like I can do. Dance. What's the speaker that booms? I'm killing the brain like a poisonous mushroom. When I play a low melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love for what? You better get away. You better get rules out of here, don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I saw. Check out the hook while I DJ the boss.
goes three. That is a big-time, big-pressure run for the guys down there in the McLeod shirts. They will race tomorrow. And the other side of the coin is heartbreak, as Alexis DeJoria gets bumped out by the last car that could possibly bump her out. Galvin.
With Dean Antonelli taking a look down here at things, and I was just up on the screen though, your driver's out of the car taking a look at it. Did you see anything weird in that run?
Yeah, I probably shot a head gasket out. It looked like it was going pretty good, but I wanted to make sure it didn't drop the cylinder, so I ended up thinking it's my fault.
389, that's, you know, for somebody who's, you know, just trying to make sure it's going down the track, that's pretty good.
Well, I think 6 or 5.
All right. Top fuel predicted to be low ET.
What do you mean your fault? Driver's fault. There wasn't nothing wrong with the car when you gave it to him. Here, let's watch. What's your little flash down there around the dashboard somewhere? Oh yeah, there it was. Yeah, run. Guido, that's not your fault. There was nothing wrong with that car when you gave it to him. Absolutely nothing. It was perfect. It was perfect. Disappointed Team Densham rolling slowly back into the pits. After they took a swing, came up short. T&D Express LLC, haulers to the stars. Bobby Bodie, I don't think he was going to get the top spot, but he certainly could have run at 92 or maybe even at 91 if that thing holds on down to the stripe. 397, 292 for Bodie. Haddock was 399 and 308. Ron Capps still number one. It's getting a little tougher. At least you're going to get to the top half of the field. Team Versatran coming up. I gave a lofty number 8 position. That could change, but hey, when you're basically running the thing out of your own wallet, you don't have to run it. You don't have to run it. Dave Richards now, the Versatran team. Bluebird Turf. And Matt Hagan. Here comes the champ. Hey, Richard sounded like he had a high idle or a throttle sticking out there. At the end of the run. Look at that guy back down. And Matt Hagan came in here a couple months ago in a big time Greenway Championship battle. Where it turned out that none of the battlers ended up going head to head. Matt Hagan was the last man standing, working with Jason Johnson. Brian Dickey, the Johnson Horsepower Garage folks, Renee, Hank Peters, Dodge, SRT. Dickey Venable, Mike Knudsen, this is their kind of weather. They're really still fighting with the injector over there on Dave Richards' car. They haven't, I don't believe, got the thing go back and forward yet. And they are shutting it off. Dave Richards is going to shut off the Versatran machine. He's in the field, so he'll be here to race tomorrow. But they are not going to make this run. Matt Hagan has just been told. Three-time champion Ron Capps over there on the return road, waiting to see if Hagan takes the number 1 spot. Three, 330 miles an hour, and by speed, the Johnson Horsepower Garage Dodge goes to the top.
What a run for your team. I was interviewing Forster, and he said some stuff that may have confused the fans at home and the ones in the stands here about the Rolling Memorial. Talk a little bit about what we got to do Thursday night.
Well, Celebration of Life, great job by you, by the way. 500 plus people showed up to celebrate the life of Roland Leong, who I consider one of the top 5, if not top 10, drag racers in the history. I mean, what he did as an owner, what he did as a tuner, he molded me into what I am today. And, you know, it was a great event. I mean, it was a who's who of legendary people in the sport of drag racing at the Lions Museum. If you've never been to the Lions Museum, go check it out down in Long Beach, one of the coolest places on earth. But, yeah, Jack, my car flashed on that run. I wasn't sure what happened because the sun is coming in from the side, and when you're driving Pomona about 6 o'clock, as you know, you're going to see the sunshine right in your eyeballs. So I wasn't sure if that's what it was. Got Hose Kings from local business, 60 years old, on the car this weekend. I want to say thank you, and thank you for riding with our team. Guido, Napa Auto Care team. You know, Toyota's here. Everybody's, you know, this is it. Pomona, Saturday afternoon. You know the history of this place, and it means a lot to make a run down this lane.
And you made a heck of a one.
The green car.
Yes, he did. Guido hadn't shoved that head gasket out, he'd have the speed to be the #1 qualifier. It's all Guido's fault. Into the burnout, that puts a whole lot of extra heat in the clutch. And if the clutch will swell up, it can be very difficult to get it into reverse. It's very difficult to get it into reverse. I got that line. Get it out of reverse. We engage the forward drive. Set it off and go back and ready for tomorrow in elimination. And Dan Wilkerson was #1 when we started this. With a 4:01 from yesterday, that had a lot of people scratching their heads. Now finds himself in the #8 spot. After not a single 3-second run yesterday, we've had 7 of them here tonight, and we're not finished yet. And if you're wondering why Dan is not going last, because they've lined up semifinal. Too fast, too tasty. Mission Food Challenge. Static Power Equipment. Randy Clady and Company, Gene Wilkerson. Father and son duo, dad now the tuner. And the driver. Folks at Rottler, Summit Racing, folks that have had a long time association. Shuts off, so we stand on this 401 from yesterday, currently sitting now.
So, Matt, the last guy I was talking to, Ron Capps, and as a driver, you can't hear what's going on down here. The PA system doesn't come all the way down here. You're kind of waiting for us to tell you guys what you ran, and we hear 3.893. So we know you tied him, and then we have to listen to the speed. So you're kind of on that seat right now, #1, and we're going to be listening to see if anybody can outrun that car.
Well, that wasn't good for Ron, so hopefully it'll be good for us. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're grateful to the fans that stuck it out here. That track's a little tricky out there. Obviously, they wanted me to kind of keep it inside, but it pulls you to the out a little bit. But if the inside too far, you get into thin rubber and smoke the tires. So a little bit of a driving job out there. But all in all, I mean, they've done a great job with this track with the rain and everything we have in front of us. But thank you to the fans that stuck us out, man. I mean, we love you guys, and we can't be here without them. But it's good to see you, Jack, man. We're glad to see you. This is a great face on camera right here.
That's an A+ driver right there, folks.
The Bobby Bodie.
A couple of former teammates from back in the day. Bob Tasca and J.R. Todd. First side-by-side run in our... Session down in Bradenton. other, we got a Chevy. Three of the last 4 finals. Fourth one is Chad Green. And his Monaco Ford. Oh, by the way, this happens to be the winner last time we were here. BT3. Motorcraft. Ford Dark Horse. And it's J.R. Todd. The DHL Yazoo Toyota. Want to be number one? Come out, run back. Want the 2 fast, 2 safety credit? Well, it's not running out. JR shuts off the 4:20, 4:207. He's going to get JR the, win, I guess if you would call it that, for the 2 fast, 2 tasty, 6:36 for Bob Tasca. They were definitely getting after it, and it just didn't quite hold on. So JR, 4.20. We'll get everything edited up, and I'll give you the ladder here in just a minute, but we're going to watch this one again on the NHRA.TV replay. They were definitely getting after it down there in that Auto Club Chevrolet. I'd like to ask the guys in the truck if I could see that one more time. I just want to count the number of times the flames came up on Austin's car. Like, what's the world record for the number of times you smack the gas in a funny car? That wasn't it. It had to be close. Race in. Pro stock at the ready. They're going to be poking their noses on the computer wire side. Here we go. Watch this. Ready? There's one. Just watch the butterfly. Pedal it there, so that's 2. Closed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times he pedaled that thing. And the supercharger's still bolted to it. Wow! I don't know if that's a world record or not, but...
With JR Connor, I enjoyed listening to you talk to Bruno about driving. To the average fan, the track's straight. What's the difference? Pomona, it's a big difference. Talk about that.
Every track has got character, Jack, especially here in Pomona. The track's tricky, obviously, this weekend, but like I said, even when it's...
Rick Post talks about here. Got a battle airway into the field. 19 cars took the second time yesterday. And 15 have just come back and race. Right now they're all chasing Erica. That's not exactly chasing Erica for a while now. We'll be back. We'll wrap up Saturday here at In and Out Pomona Drag Strip, the Lucas Oil Winternationals with Pro Stock. In a couple minutes.
Stock.
Let's check in with the newest JFR funny car driver who's hanging out with Jack Beck.
Austin.